So we've got the 502 recreation. Some things have changed. It's now running off batteries, so the battery circuit is fine. Hardware wise it's a bit iffy because the switch here still can't get that working reliably, so I'm probably going to use soft power on the AC button, turn it on and off there. And the batteries can be a little bit iffy, although it's fairly reliable at the moment. Take it apart, get the batteries out. You can see that it now looks just like the original there. Pop the case off, that's the same. I do have to be careful of the connector here. I have to make sure that the plastic lip on the side goes to the right of that connector, otherwise it's going to pull it. But that seems fairly reliable. I've got new crystal here and new capacitors, which haven't made any difference to the winding of the DC-DC converter. I think it's the inductor. I might buy, I might do that. I might buy a different inductor and just see if just a different one makes a difference. Well, make a difference, but make a difference to the winding. Real-time clock. I've fitted it, but I haven't done any code. And if we run this on the USB power here, that connector needs moving up or something. I need to think about that. It's very difficult to get anything in together with the USB, which is power, if you're not going to run it off batteries, which for programming is not really going to work very well. So there is some code in here. So there's pi. I can take the integer part of pi and store it in memory 3. We can get pi back, take the fractional part and store that in memory 4. Get rid of it, have a look at memory 4. There you go, and have a look at memory 3. Well, that's not very good, is it? Because that could just be 3. Let's put a number up. And memory recall 3 is 3, so they're working. You can also multiply by 10. There you go. Divide by 23. At the moment, the code is all running on doubles, so you've got this strange thing where if you type 1.5 it says 1.5 with some leading zeros. That can be tidied up. If you type 1.2 it actually displays the only representation of 1.2 that it can do, so it's a bit weird when you're entering 1.2, 3, 2, 4, 7. It jumps around on the least significant digits, but that can be fixed as well. There's no programming at the moment. The mode key still needs a bit of a whack to get it working. But I do have the mode enunciator there, and now it won't do anything. I went back to mode 2. Mode 1, numbers there. That needs to be cleared really. So there's quite a lot more code to do, but the hardware, I think I will do another PCB because this isn't really massively usable. It'd be nice to have the mounting holes in the right place and see whether that improves the keyboard feel. And there is a mistake here with the batteries, which as it turns out shorts a battery out. So I've had to move that over somewhat. That connector definitely needs a rethink. Other than that, it's not too bad. I think some of the holes need to move a bit because there's more of a gap here than there is there. It'd be nice to shove it over, and that may be possibly part of the problem with the mode key. But so the number keys seem, that shove, put it back in run mode. The number keys they're pretty nice. They're not as nice. You've got another mode there. That might be a bug in the code. They're not as nice as the original calculator, but they're not far off. And quite usable. And we've got another mode. Definite problem with the mode key. I'll have to look at that. But not as nice as the original. Yeah, it's definitely something weird. I think that's code. I think there's something wrong with my code there. I think it's entering modes permanently. Yeah, whenever I hit a key I'm getting a mode now without pressing the mode button, and only the numbers that are not valid modes are passed through, so that's a code bug. Yeah, so I'm going to have to do a lot more work with the code to get programming and things like that, but yeah, so it will run on batteries as a standalone calculator. If you only wanted to do a small number of calculations, it would probably be fine. I'm sort of getting there. It's probably as good as I thought it would be at a minimum, and hopefully it will get better.